About the tragic death of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. The actor was best known for his role as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Warner drowned while swimming at a beach in Costa Rica, and now police say he was caught in a, quote, high current. Victor Akendo has the latest.
Yes, this is Theodore Huxtable.
Fans around the country mourning the tragic loss of The Cosby Show star Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
You will always be my son.
Thanks, Dad.
The 54-year-old actor was on vacation with his family when authorities say he accidentally drowned in the Caribbean Sea at this beach in Limon, Costa Rica, Sunday afternoon.
Al llegar al lugar, encontramos dos hombres adultos.
A first responder from the Red Cross saying Warner and another man were swept away by a strong current, which is common in that area. Bystanders tried to rescue Warner, but by the time authorities arrived at the scene, he had no pulse. The other man transported in critical condition. The official cause of death, asphyxiation by submersion. For 8 seasons, Warner played the endearing, humorous Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. The sitcom becoming a cultural phenomenon. This morning, tributes pouring in. Tracy Ellis Ross, who played Warner's on-screen wife, writing, "You were my first TV husband. My heart is so sad. You made the world a brighter place." The actor leaving behind a wife and daughter, posting this video a few months before he passed away, a flower given to him by his daughter tucked behind his ear.
Just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile.
Years after The Cosby Show, Warner said he was proud of the life he made after that iconic role, saying, "I've had such an awesome life. I have peace of mind. And for me, you can't put a price on that." Diane?
Victor Akendo, thank you. And let's bring in ABC News contributor Kelly Carter for more on this. Kelly, when most people hear Warner's name, they think Theo Huxtable. And it was a huge role and a huge impact on American culture. But he also did a lot beyond that. Talk about his overall career and the legacy he leaves behind on that front.
Yeah, I think one thing that's interesting about Malcolm-Jamal Warner is because of his origin story with The Cosby Show, he moved throughout the course of his career looking for roles that intentionally depicted Black men as high achievers. He and I talked about that a few years ago while he was portraying a doctor on The Resident. And he said that because of that intentionality, that meant that sometimes he didn't work because that's how important it was. And he really, kind of understood that responsibility as a young kid on The Cosby Show, given, what that show did with regards to representation of Black people as a whole. But also remember that he really kind of changed the image of what it meant to be a Black teen male in the 1980s, going into the 1990s. And that was the first time we'd ever seen that particular kind of portrayal.
What about off camera? What do we know about the kind of man he was in that regard? And overall, what kind of legacy do you think he leaves behind?
Malcolm-Jamal Warner is one of the best. The reason why you were seeing so many emotional and passionate, tributes to him yesterday through today, and I imagine we'll be continuing to see that from so many people across the spectrum of Hollywood, is because he really was one of the good guys. Like, it's difficult to even talk about it now and not feel a tear brim up in my eyes, because I know that what he brought to a lot of people was very rare. And I think part of his legacy will be to just be a good person and put out good in the world. And I think that's a beautiful, long lasting legacy to leave in spite of everything else.